Good Tuesday evening, Overwatch fans. This is Bang on My Drums, joined in the casting booth tonight by, we're going to call him Roy Mustang, because I can't be bothered to pronounce the Japanese. And on cams, we have Lost Boy, aka Grey Pilgrim, the cam extraordinaire, bringing you Season 13, Week 3, Game number 2, Men I Love Frogs, facing the Phantom Billy. Will Frogs be upset tonight and taken down a peg to get their first loss of the season, or will the Phantom Billy fall and go? I believe it will be 1 and 2. We'll have to check those, double check those standings. But it's anybody's game right now. We've already got our lineups. The first map is Oasis. The captains are ready, and here we go, folks. Mr. Man of Many Names, Roy Mustang, etc.
Man of many.
What do you?
Good about MILFs. They've been looking really great pretty much all season. Looking really clean, playing really well together. So I think this early in the season, just straight up comfort is a huge boon. You know, as the season goes on, other teams are going to get more comfortable playing together, but week 3 is still pretty early, and just having that natural comfort goes a long way.
And they've got some talent spread around here because they have, Wubbs, the newcomer Masters DPS player, along
the highest ranked player in the league.
Currently, yes. So
I get my hands on him? No.
And then we've got Fox M on tank this time, starting out. Of course, they're running the Rhine Diva, no surprise there. Got a double shield coming up from Phantom Billy with McStupid and Spartacus running the Rhine Sig. Yakety attack going straight for the Mei, so I imagine he's looking to just make Wubbs have a bad time. Same thing with that Dan guy running the Sombra here.
And that Dan guy immediately doing that first hack on Wubbs.
Absolutely. I mean, he's a priority target for them. And we see right now the fight happening slowly but surely here on the right side of the point. Fox M getting deleted courtesy of a Maywall and Freeze. The Immortality field out from Chakotay there. Sam seemed a little early, but the team is sustaining. The Yakety also takes off Zolof's Immortality field. So right now the numbers of advantage in favor of the Phantom Billy here. We see another hack coming out there. Symphonia John goes down to McStupidhead's hammer. The Maywall comes up, and Yakety Attack stops anybody from Man I Love Frogs from getting on point, and that's going to do it. Ooh, Chakotay taking out Wubbs in the back line. You'd love to see the bat frags.
Yeah, Wubbs was underground. Chakotay just saw it, got a quick headshot. That was really clean.
And there you have it. Already 4 ults coming up here on the side of Phantom Billy. Man I Love Frogs has 2. And that's a big hack on Fox M there, forcing this team to back up. And there's the EMP already from that Dan guy. We see 2 more ults come out as the Blizzard comes out to freeze them all in. And then of course the Baptiste cooldown, aka IMAX Theater. 2-pump jump just gonna bail out. And that equates to a team wipe for the Phantom Billy.
But Frog's now coming back with 6 ultimates.
Yeah, Phantom Billy definitely wishing they probably didn't use all 3 of those at once.
Yeah, it would have been nice to save 1, maybe 2 of them. But, oh well. Sort of hoping, you're hoping Frog's over ult here, you know?
Oh!
There's the window, there's the blade.
The Sigma ult to save point, holds on. The beat comes out from Symphonia John to keep his team in the fight. 2-pump jump will take out McStupidhead. A hack there on 2-pump jump is going to make him a little bit more annoyed. That Dan guy is still stalling, but not for long. So that's a respectable, it's going to look like about 74% capture progress is what it ends up being. Honestly,
that's a surprisingly not bad fight for Phantom Billy, considering
they blocked Fox M Shatter.
Used on them. Like,
honestly, they blocked Fox M Shatter. The unfortunate thing was that the Yakety Attack's Maywall went up behind the whole team instead of in front of them. It was just it's like a slight miscalculation, but it was the difference maker in that fight. And here comes the Diva Bomb behind both barriers. Not going to get anyone initially, but McStupidhead did die there. 2-pump jump's going to flatten Egg Harlot with the remech. And that's going to be a solid fight win right now for Man I Love Frogs. Ooh, that Dan guy getting picked off there. Fox M just swinging away, because even if you hack him, he still has the large hammer.
Yeah, and that's one nice thing about Reinhardt. You know, getting hacked is frustrating to lose that shield, but when you're on the offensive and you get hacked, you're kind of like, oh, okay.
It's like, okay, now I'm just going to continue
use
hitting you
Yeah.
like I was before.
Plan was to hold left click, and now you've given me no other choice.
All right, see Phantom Billy once again making a push from the same direction.
Ultimates here, though.
Oh, there's another
Billy.
shield. Fox M got walled up, but a moment too late. We see the Am Matrix also coming out there from Zoloft. We see Egg Harlot did die there, but Phantom Billy doing a good job trying to regroup, but they're a bit split here. And right now the fight's still happening very slowly. Oh, Wub's getting two there, swapping onto the McCree. Here comes the high noon. Looks like Manilove Frog's gonna take Spartacus out with that. He really should not have been peeking that.
Yeah, and I think Phantom Billy here saying, you know, we've got just enough time to regroup. We have 6 ultimates. They have 1, maybe 2. Right? If you're counting ults, you're like, all right, maybe they have 2. So
They touch right about now. There's the EMP. Shaq comes out. Full support also out.
God, that was a massive EMP.
Here comes the Sigma ults. I kind of would have wanted that one back if I was Spartacus. Probably
Yeah.
didn't need to do that.
Yeah, but at 75%.
They're going to have one team fight left here. Oh, Chupa Chump getting staggered though.
Yeah, this is gonna have to be a really big blizzard.
Yep, and you see McStupidhead Stupidhead and Chakotay might be able to maybe generate their ults mid-fight. And here comes the Mei ult. It's gonna wrap up right around point. Sam,
Right before he gets out of it.
here comes the Diva ult. It's right above everyone. It gets nobody. Thankfully, the Immortality Field was up there.
Right, dude. Spartacus's shield placement to block that Diva ult was galaxy. That was beautiful. I don't know if cams were on Spartacus for that, but wow. Really, really nice shield.
Unfortunately, just a little bit of over-ulting, and it looks like Phantom Billy is going to lose that point and lose round 1.
Yeah, it's a hell of a round, though.
Score 1-0.
This one you can't feel too bad about losing that. Like
Yeah.
every loss sucks, but God, that was a good map.
That was very close. I think it really just came down to ult economy there. I think Phantom Billy holds a couple ults a couple more times. They would have won that. They would have won that round, and I think they can easily win the second round with slightly better ult economy. They're going to be going up against a full dive here now from Fox M and 2Pump Chump. Grookey and Wub's keeping the same supports. Zoloft now going on them. Oh no, Wubs is going to pop the Tracer here now. So that's going to be a problem for Dan Guy and Yakety Tech. They don't... Mayfreeze isn't really as magnetic as it used to be. So you can't really rely on that to deal with the Tracer. And it looks like the high ground immediately taken there by Man I Love Frogs. McStupidhead's going to yeet himself in there, but he doesn't have much help until the rest of his team follows up. And they're going to get pushed back down. The Maywall is up, but there's not as much follow-up because Reinhardt fell down and went back down the side. Chakotay getting shredded in the backline there by Wubs, who now recalls out. In the meantime here, Stupidhead tries to charge in, but 2Pump Chump is going to find his face with the infinite Diva guns, and that's going to be his capture for Man I Love Frogs.
Yeah, that's a fight that feels really good if you're Man I Love Frogs. Got a little messy and a little scrappy, but they stuck together, did what they needed to do anyway. And,
All right.
When things get scrappy and you can pull it out, it's gonna get scrappy. It's PMA Owl.
Oh yeah.
Things are gonna get scrappy.
Looking at ults now, slightly better ult progress for Man I Love Frogs. They've already got...
Ooh, Wub's getting stuck in the back line though.
They just turned around and said, nope, not today, Tracer. And with that being said, they do have 3 ults online here, basically, for Man I Love Frogs. So a little bit of an advantage there. But if they can get some picks, it looks like McStupidhead got 2 with the Shatter. He got the supports. But Zoloft gets back up. Yakety Tech gonna take Symphonia John out of the fight. McStupidhead dies though to Grookey. The Diva Bomb comes out. It's being shielded by Spartacus. But in the meantime, there's still a lot of picks coming out on the side of Man I Love Frogs. The Pulse Bomb gets no one. But down 3, Phantom Billy is going to have to back off. Down goes Egg Harlot. That'll make it 4. Actually, no, that's 5.
Really great hack onto Fox M at the beginning of that fight, but Fox did exactly what he needed to do. Backed off, made sure he didn't die, and then ulted as soon as he was able to. Like, not trying to fight during that hack was really, really smart.
We see here McStupidhead is going to have to wait now because Spartacus got kind of staggered out there when he should have just walked away. Oh, that Dan guy getting taken out by Wub. That hurts. Like, this is one of those things you just have to walk back and not get staggered any more than you already have, especially with that Tracer hiding in your backline. And meanwhile, Yakety Tech trying to get a little too ballsy there. It looks like, and there's another
stick from Wub. Really well timed.
There. And we see Wubs going to take up Shakate in the backline. In comes the EMP. It is huge on point. McStupidhead and company are trying to make something happen of it. Dan guy goes down. McStupidhead goes down. The coalescence comes out from Zoloft. That's going to laser down Spartacus. And with some help from Wubs, Egg Harlot's also going to get taken out of the fight. Yakety Tech, the last alive. And that's going to be the end of round number 2. And map number 1 is securely in the favor of Man I Love Frogs.
Wub's Tracer is just nuts. It's so clean.
Play of the game.
And first Pachi going to go to Wubs, but on McCree.
Interesting. I don't think it's a high noon. The only high noon he got was 1 kill. Yeah, no.
Oh, man.
Maybe it's the high noon at the very end, yeah. So it is the 1 kill high noon. It was just
and he also stunned right click.
First.
He also stunned right click 2 people at the same time.
Yeah, that's pretty spicy.
Kind of like that 2 chicks at the same time, but not quite. All right, so with that, we now move on to Escort. I'm sorry, no, it's Hybrid is next. And options, of course, are Kings Row, Hollywood, and Nambooty, aka Numbani.
So what do you think we'll see on Kings Row?
Honestly, with the way this team runs dive, with the way Man I Love Frogs runs dive, I could honestly see them possibly picking Numbani.
That's fair. But doesn't
but knowing this league is probably going to be Kings Row.
That does make sense though. I mean, you're up against a team that's really comfortable on dive and got really, I mean, you've got a monkey main and a diva main. It sure makes sense to not give them a dive map.
Yeah. So they're going to try to run that double shield again, and Kings Row is a great map for that. Yep. Dan Shocker inbound. Well, once again, the PMAL tradition of literally only playing 1 hybrid map entire season, except for when Kings Row isn't in rotation.
Well, everyone hates Numbani even when it's like a good call for their team. It's like I get the Numbani frustration, but sometimes it's the right call.
I mean, I personally still enjoy Hollywood, but that's because I'm a dirty Junkrat player.
That's fair. It happens to the best of us.
And that first choke in Hollywood is like, just, it makes me salivate. So, I personally get that. Numbani, also pretty good for defense, for things like Junkrat, like spammy heroes, because even when you dive, you can end up just diving into things like a Hanzo.
Yeah.
All right, and we're going to see if there's any swaps. And we'll go from...
variety.
Yeah. Pump Chump over here in chat saying he cannot believe it. I really wish we just had... Every time Kings Row was picked, we could just show the Fry from Futurama meme going, "I'm shocked! Shocked, I tell you!" Well, not that shocked. But you just play that clip every time.
Every time.
Okay, so an interesting, possibly spicy choice here. Symphonia John going in on DPS, and Sauce Boss coming in on support, Grookey going to the bench. Now, having played with this man on a team for an entire season and a half that felt almost as long as the entirety of COVID has felt, that being season 12, the man does not play much DPS, so I'm very curious as to what they're trying to do here.
He's been playing a lot of team fight tactics today, so maybe his point and click is just on point right now. So they're like, all right, point at some heads and click on those.
Well, we'll see if these team fights have any interesting tactics to show us. Ah.
Hey. Oh my god, it's the best just joke of the century.
I
Freeze, it's the comedy police.
I'll have you know I came up with that joke literally just now.
The
Just like off the
joke's
top of the
too
dome.
funny. I'm not going back to jail.
Well, speaking of jail, let's see if these teams are ready. I don't know if that was actually a good segue or not. Just to see
Wow,
if they're ready.
that was a that Dan guy segue right there. Every time I cast with Dan, I roast him on his segues because he does it on purpose. It's totally a bit, but he'll be like, man, speaking of yaks, we're gonna go to Numbani. You're like, what?
Well, see, that could at least be like you're yakking, like it's saying like you're like retching in your mouth because you hate Nimbani that much.
I guess it's such a stretch.
I mean, I didn't say it wasn't. I was gonna say it is a stretch, but it does make sense. So here we are, just waiting for the ready signal from Captain Sinfonia John. And then we will be on our way to jolly old England for some Kings Row action. Right here on your home for fraternity-themed Overwatch leagues. And of course,
as far as I know, we're the biggest one.
we might also be the only one, but that's not the point.
Yeah.
Damn.
True.
I didn't think of that.
Are we really still waiting on R from Frogs? What could they have to wait for? They just won.
I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe if they're discussing strategy, or perhaps trying to convince Sinfonia John. Okay, yes, they are still discussing things. Well, it's probably him convincing them. It's like, no, guys, really, I can't play DPS. I promise.
Right. That's hilarious. I feel like we need some stricter rules about how long discussion can take. Because my God, I feel like sometimes we spend like 10 minutes between maps.
So apparently there's something about a sub, which reminded me that Biggie Twig is actually not in tonight for Phantom Billy. So it looks like they're trying to locate a sub for him, so that might be why we are holding things up.
That makes sense. Is Biggie Twig one of their higher ranked folks? I don't.
Yeah, he's like a master. He's a master support player. So it's a little bit of finaglage.
Definitely a bit of a disadvantage not to have him. That's fair.
He's also, I think, at least like a high plat DPS.
Ooh, wow.
So, as I noticed that having Yakety Attack on DPS was definitely not what I'm accustomed to from that team.
Yeah.
Phantom Billy. So maybe that they're trying to do a little bit of a musical roles here. Figure out who's going to go where. Oh, and there he is. Shooshi Foof.
The Fushi Shoof?
Indeed.
We love Fushi Shoof in this house.
We do. And we also continue to mock him for not getting that tattoo he was supposed to get. We can never let him forget it. On stream or off. All right. And here we go.
Now entering King's Row. Initiating match.
And here we are, King's Row. Looks like, I'm trying to remember who's going to be on defense first. I never keep track of this. I believe it's going to be Phantom Billy. I could be wrong.
Ready for battle.
And I was completely wrong. It's the other way around. So, man, I love frogs. Gets to defend first. We've got Hanzo May out of Sinfonia John and Wubbs, respectively, but in reverse order. And it looks like Big Stupid's going to run Roadhog here. So running the Sigma as a main tank, definitely not a bad option. He has the flexibility to do that. That Dan guy's going to start off on the Widow. He better watch out against Wubbs, because even if Wubbs doesn't have the scope, he could still dome the heck out of you with one of those logs of his. So they are going to have to keep a good eye out for that. And here we go. This attack starts. That Dan guy trying to get some shots off, but of course Wubbs is just looking right at him.
Yeah. Wubbs is like, I literally know what you're doing.
Unfortunately, that is not going to get them as much value as they would have liked. We see Man I Love Frogs playing just right on point here, not even dealing with the choke. That Dan guy still running the Sombra is going to creep into the back line of Man I Love Frogs and try to wait for his opportunity to get a nice tasty hack off there. Either Ryan swinging away from McStupidhead, ended up opting off the Roadhog there at the last second. The Maywall comes out, did not get its intended target though. And we see the Zoloft Immortality Field already down. It's definitely very early to send that out there. And you see once again another Maywall comes out, didn't quite happen the way Sinfonia John wanted it to. And so Man I Love Frogs and Phantom Billy both just kind of stabilizing here. Nobody's really getting any picks. Reinhardt's just kind of swinging away at each other. Another Maywall that once again McStupidhead is able to bait out successfully and back off of. And there's an an Amp Matrix already coming out, followed by a high noon from Yakety Tak, and Man I Love Frogs is just going to back away from point. So they're not really going to get any value out of those as far as kills, but it did allow them to take a lot of space. And now we see an Amp Matrix coming out from Zoloft, and that's going to create 2 kills right away. 2 Pump Jump and Sinfonia John getting some kill credit there. Sinfonia John does go down to Yakety Tak, but still that is 3 down. Spartacus trying to get the ult off and doesn't get anyone, and they all just walked away, and he's going to go down to Zoloft. That's just Yakety Tak in that little hole by himself. He's going to get swatted by Fox M. And that is going to be a lost team fight for Phantom Billy. Now, they did manage to get 1 tick in the course of all of that. So, not for nothing.
Yeah, well, and I will say, Dan only ended up getting 1 hack onto Wubbs that actually went through, but he's distracted Wubbs really well. You know, he's still getting in that line. Oh, Yakety Tak found a huge stun right click there. But
oh yeah,
Dan's been doing a great job of, make Wubbs turn around and focus on not getting hacked.
Ooh, and there's the EMP shot. It's going to get 4. It's going to pick off 3 with the high noon, and then 2 Pump Jump gets finished off. That is that.
The last one felt like they didn't need to... I feel like they won that without the high noon.
That's his second one, though.
But I still like to see it.
I don't know what it is about Yakety Tak. He's gotten 2 high noons in the span of the first couple of minutes of this round. So, I guess at this point he just feels like it's a cooldown. So he's just going to keep doing what he's doing.
Yeah.
You see here, looks like there are 5 ults on the side of Man I Love Frogs, almost 6. So Phantom Billy's got to play this real careful. And I say that as Yakety Tak gets picked off in the background here. The Dragon Strike comes in, takes out Egg.
Beautiful placement on that ult from Wubbs. Put it right in the middle of the team, so, you either have to back up into it or step forward into the team fight, and neither one is really a good option.
Especially when then the Maywall followed up there and just trapped everybody in with the remainder of Phantom Billy getting stuck there with all of Man I Love Frogs, and they just kind of got run over. So Sinfonia John finally finding some utility there. Now that he's in Streets phase, it's definitely a little bit more May friendly. Ooh, see a nice stun gather from Yakety Tak. Once again, the Maywall coming out doesn't actually block anyone in separately, but does stop the progress at least for a moment. Wubbs is gonna float around. We see McStupid going down early in that fight, courtesy of some freezing action. Dan guy trying to get the hacks off. Foxam managing to put up his shield just in time. And now he's just going to kind of posture in front of that card and not really let Phantom Billy have any ability to touch it. And McStupid make his way back now. Both shields are up. Foxam gets rocked and deleted with some help from Chakotay there. And now the cart will proceed forward. The bead comes out. The Amp Matrix is out. And we see a Demon Pump. Oh no! 2 Pump Jump managed to get 3. McStupid didn't quite get himself in position to block it. And that is going to be a basically full wipe there. That is a team kill for Man I Love Frogs.
Things were 1 step away from being really good for Phantom Billy there, and then 2 Pump Chump just said absolutely not.
And I do really feel bad for McStupid because he walked right up to the bomb, but I didn't see it from his perspectives. I think the angle is maybe just a little bit off, and he wasn't quite able to do anything. You see, that Dan guy is very close to his EMP there. And the signal is going to come out early. So does the high noon. Soft Boss will go down in the course of that fight. The Dragon Strike comes out, and it does split up Phantom Billy. But McStupid is going to block the shatter. Fox Amber gets hacked and deleted. The May Freeze is going to come out. McStupid
Could
can't
be
have a
huge.
shot of his own, but his whole team is frozen, so they can't follow up immediately. They do eventually get some picks here with 2 from Jump and Symphonia John going down. It's just Wubbs and Zoloft left alive, and they are going to back on out. And that will give the Phantom Billy some much needed breathing room here, as Wubbs is just going to kind of take pot shots and wait for his team to regroup. They do definitely have one last team fight here before... Oh, man. Wubbs is taking out Chakotay, speaking of taking pot shots there. And there's another from that guy. That's going to get at least 4. And here comes the coalescence, but Egg Harlot gets picked off by Symphonia John now on the Junkrat. He's contesting right at the end of point here. The Amp Matrix comes out from Zoloft, and that's going to allow them to take some space here. And it's just Spartacus there by himself now at this point. So he's going to try and get out as fast as he can, but he's got a Lucio and Reinhardt chasing him down. There's Dan guy to back him up, and Spartacus is going to take back a little bit of space. Just really does not want to push any further forward until McStupidhead gets back. They've still got 30 seconds. Yakety Attack also still walking back from spawn here. The cart made a lot of progress though there. It was looking a little bit bleak for Phantom Billy at one point during this Streets phase. We see Yakety Attack now going around the backside of the cart there. He's split from his team. Kind of a weird sort of little 3 and 2. And now time ticking down. Phantom Billy's got to make a move. The Amp Matrix comes out. The Shatter comes out. And Foxhead managed to get 1. Comes out. Here comes the Gravitic Flux. But Spartacus gets taken out. And that's a team wipe. Round 1 is over. Once again, I really got to hand it to Manila Frogs here. Just their ult economy was just slightly better.
And using their ultimates together so well, you know? Like, Shatter Dragons isn't a combo you look for a lot, even though it's a very good combo. But, you know, going for the Shatter Dragon with the flank dragons, that positioning is just so perfect. To get those dragons in there, get 2 kills out of it while Ryan is swinging into the front for 2 more. And then, you know, Wubbs just lands a headshot on Spartacus, despite Spartacus being in midair. And all of a sudden...
Well, with Sigma, he's a pretty easy target when he's ulting because he's not moving that quickly. So if you have good mechanics, you can definitely pick him off.
Yeah,
and I think
you gotta
that's the tricky thing about Sigma.
It.
Yeah, the tricky thing is that he was ulting... I don't know what his health was at, but... if you ult with Sigma when your health is anything below half, you're basically rolling the dice at that point. And I know this as somebody who has gambled and lost on that many times.
Absolutely, it's very much a. It's when you're Sig ulting, you have to plan, right? You gotta prep in advance. Like, I'm going to ult, put it here, and then hide behind this cover. Because if you don't hide behind anything, like that ult's getting shut down. 9 out of 9 times.
Maybe 9 out of 9 times. You see, once again, the double shield coming out from Phantom Billy. They are going to start off more or less in the same position that Manila Frogs was starting off in. You see, Yakety Attack going down early there, courtesy of Wubbs on the Sombra. That is something new we've not seen yet this season. But it seems that he'll play just about anything. Ooh, and the stun coming out there from Symphonia John on the McCree. Rock coming out from Spartacus. Didn't seem like it was able to really catch anybody there. But right now, Manila Frog's just kind of hiding inside theater. McStupid had Shatter already, but Fox M was just right there holding his shield and was able to block it. Another rock coming out from Spartacus is going to catch Fox M this time. Phantom Billy is going to have to back up a little as the Amp Matrix from behind is going to cause them a lot of trouble. And now an Amp Matrix of their own comes out, but in comes Wubbs with a huge EMP. That's going to be 2 picks coming off right away. And Egg Harlot and that dead guy do manage to get some kills, but Egg Harlot now taken out by Symphonia John. And here comes Spartacus with a huge Gravitic Flux. Takes Softboss off the point, but not for long. He's there trying to stall for as long as he can, but he's only able to hold out for so long. And it looks like Phantom Billy are going to give this one up and try and take it for a close hold here in Streets phase. Ooh, a nice pick there from Yakety Attack, though, getting the 1-2 punch with the Conch Mine. You love to see it as a Junkrat player.
You really do. I mean, they're so on top of things right now. Like, you've got to be feeling fantastic if you're Frogs here.
Absolutely. We see the running the Ryan Zarya this time, so 2-pump Chump just taking no prisoners right now. Here comes a big EMP from that Dan guy. To see if he's able to chase anyone down with that. He gets 3 Yakety Tech with a triple kill. That is going to really put a nice little pin in that one.
You do love to see it. And that's the kind of stuff you're looking for, right? Like, if you've got 4.5, 5 minutes to hold partial streets, right? You don't even have second point. You have to hold, like, less than a full point of streets for 5 minutes. You need to get high economy ultimates like that. Like, one ultimate finding a full team fight.
And speaking of team fights, we saw that the grab came out from 2-pump Chump, but instead Fox M was the one who goes down, as all of Phantom Billy just kind of looked at him and said, "Not today, bud. You are not going to do that." Now, looking at the ult economy here, we see McStupidhead's got a Shatter. Egg Harlot and Chakotay both have their ults. The key here is really just going to be that they don't both use them in this fight. Ant Matrix comes out. The Shatter comes out from McStupidhead, but it gets blocked by Fox M once again. McStupidhead has to back up here. He's using that Shatter, using that shield to block, and then the Shatter comes out from McStupidhead after his shield was already taken down. Fox M.
Oh my god.
Just absolutely dominating with that Shatter. When there's Yakety Tech getting staggered there, that is unfortunate because he has a very long walk back from spawn, and nobody from Phantom Billy except Spartacus is anywhere close to where they need to be to defend right now.
Fox
And he really
M's
came
out
up there
here
by himself.
saying, who needs a DPS? Like, Wubbs was not in the fight there. Symphonia John didn't pop his ult. Like, Fox was like, I'ma just hold left click and get kills. Like, I'm a strong, independent Reinhardt.
And speaking of ultimates, we see Wubbs there with a huge EMP. The High Noon comes out, got 3, and that's it. Man, I Love Frogs has taken map number 2.
Play of the game.
And here we go, Wubbs once again with the Pot G. Brought to you, of course, by our official, unofficial sponsor, Brondo, the Thirst Mutilator. It's what plants crave. Oh man, Spartacus just getting bullied there at the end. And there you go, and look at that, some serious numbers here. Yakety Tech, 13,000 damage. And Chakotay, 8 Immortality Field deaths prevented. That is just... I don't think I've ever prevented more than like 2 in a single match, let alone 8. So props to him for really putting the team on his back there. And we're going to have a sub here. Shushi Foof now coming in to sub for Egg Harlot. And we're also going to do the flippy flop of the teams now, as it is time for the payload map.
Woo! I think Shushi honestly can make a pretty significant difference in the trajectory of this game. He is, as they say, big.
He is, and the part of it is that
strong.
he has great shot calling ability.
Absolutely.
So that's something that Biggie Twig also has. So you can definitely expect to see some serious improvements there for Phantom Billy. I think it'll help them manage their ults if they have somebody, support in the back, kind of telling them, hey, use this here and this there, kind of making things easier for his team. All right, and I don't remember what the map pool is for Escort. I'm not going to lie.
I couldn't tell you, honestly. We sure will find out, though.
We sure will. Because lucky for us...
Let's just make guesses. Maybe
we could.
Maybe
but
it's all of them.
It's definitely not, but that is a, good way to sort of shotgun spread your options here. So we've got, it's Junkertown, Rialto, and Route 66 are the choices this evening. I'm not really sure. Oh, there it is. Mixed Stupid Head is like, it's Route 66. Take it or leave it. Oh man. What? I don't even know what 2-Pump Chump is talking about right now. Something about a biggie bag and Roadhog. And let's see here. And just do a little quick question mark to see if we have any other swappity swaps before we get rolling with map number 3. All right, and it looks like Grookey going to go back in for Symphonia John. So the captain going to take himself a little bench seat, and we'll see if everybody's ready to rock and roll. Mr. Man of Many Names, what are you thinking is going to really be the keys for Fanability to get themselves a W here on map number 3?
Great cue. It certainly helps to have their new friend. I think Shushi Foof is a huge help there. He's got a lot of carry potential and a lot of power, a lot of flexibility as well. So that definitely doesn't hurt. But I think the biggest thing they need to do is just shut down whatever Wubbs is. There's so many times it feels like Wubbs is just kind of doing whatever he feels like. And that's just never going to go well, right? Like, you're letting the highest ranked person on the other team just like have his way with the map. Like, you gotta do something to shut him down, because
Yeah, he's definitely a menace in that sense. So it's I think shutting him down is definitely going to be a big key to it. I still am firmly in my stance that, you know, ult economy is going to be a big part of what's going to help them win, because even if you hard counter one particular person, that person can then just be essentially they can just run around and they just paint a target on their back, and then the rest of your team can just kind of pub stomp while everybody's focused on that one person. So
yeah,
it's important, but it can't be their only focus. And that's tough to deal with when somebody like that is, you know, in the kill feed all night and it's getting all the potchies, and it just seems like, holy crap, that person is what's wrong with our strategy right now. But you gotta look at the bigger picture too.
Overcommit to the counter. Like,
It's the same thing with dealing with any team that has front lash.
Ready for
Well,
battle.
yeah, but yeah, I feel like
not in the same
Wubbs
way,
is doing
but-
a lot of more of like uncontested backlining.
Oh, yeah.
Frontlash just kind of like rocket
Exists.
go burr, rocket go very burr.
Incoming.
Although I will say, Frontlash every now and then takes flank positions that I'm like, I didn't even know. Okay, didn't know that was an option, but I'm dead now. So
And a friendly reminder from 2Pump Chump, our community manager, don't forget that you can sub to PMA Owl with Twitch Prime, and also follow us on our Twitter account, where we provide you with only the spiciest of meme content.
4,
true, you know.
Be sure to find us at PMAOWL.
incoming.
That's our Twitter handle.
Stop.
Stay tuned
Also our
for
OnlyFans.
the excitement. Aha! Honestly, maybe we should stream there too, not just
We
Twitch.
should- yeah, you know, whatever pays the bills, man.
Ooh, Wubbs getting a spicy headshot there, and that Dan guy, as his whole team came around the corner there. That gas station defense proving very useful. Proving mostly useful, but unfortunately that Dan guy got caught out unawares. You see the dive coming in from Fox M now with 2Pump Chump. Soft Boss going to get the pick there in Yakety Tag as he ran in there with his team with the tanks. And meanwhile, the sniper battle continuing to happen here is Wubbs just racking up the kills. Fox M 2Pump Chump having a field day over here with his dive.
Yeah,
And-
Shushi Poof waved moments before that kill happened.
I think it's one of those things where-
Up, waved, and got popped.
This is one of the things where he knew he was alone and just said, you know what?
He was like,
Fine.
I'm about to die. Happens.
And you see that Dan guy swapping off the Ashe, now going to the Widow, so he's going to attempt to take the Widow duel with Wubbs.
That is exactly the kind of boldness that I expect from Dan.
And he is going to lose. But you know what? He tried.
I expected he would lose. Again, highest ranked player in the league on Widow. However, I love Dan's willingness to just say, what's the worst that happens? You know? Worst
Ooh,
that
look-
happens is I get shot, which is gonna happen anyway, so I might as well go for it. Like, I
Yeah.
like that energy.
It's big YOLO energy.
Yeah.
Ooh, another one for Wubbs. That Dan guy, you're definitely slamming your head against a brick wall, because, oh wow, Wubbs just popping off right now with some of these picks through the amp matrix there, taking out Shakate. Down goes McStupid Head.
King's Amp Matrix. That's not his.
I know. That's kind of what makes it almost even more disrespectful. Like, I'm gonna shoot you through your own. Oh,
Yeah, did he flame in the corner there beautifully.
God, you love to see it.
You do. I would love to see someone touch more, though.
Well, as of right now, they don't really have much choice except to back up and play for third point. And sometimes sometimes it's just you're a third point team. That's how you have to do it. That Dan guy opting off the Widow battle, just gonna run the Hanzo, which will definitely help them a lot with the anti-dive efforts there. It looks like Spartacus got the Sig ult off, but didn't actually manage to secure any kills with it. So they're gonna go defending here. Stupid Head up there in the front, trying to wrangle some hooks, not able to get any so far, and he's gonna get zapped down by Fox M. And here comes a extra Sigma there, courtesy of Echo.
Yakety Tack missed the stun on 2 Pump Chump, and everybody knows that 2 Pump Chump is a Baby Diva main. You can't miss the stun on that Baby Diva.
Because if you do, he's going to do everything in his power to style on you for it and make you sad. Oh, and there's a kill. You see Yakety Tack being extremely patient with that high noon there, and Shakate is gonna sleep 2 Pump Chump and just kind of sit there and wait for the right moment. Takes him out. So finally, we have some stabilization here for Phantom Billy. The cart is not far from its destination now, but they do finally have some breathing room here with a little over 4 minutes left to defend. Right now, it's that is sights up, so that is going to make things very difficult for Phantom Billy. They're going to have to corner. And here comes the Dragon Strike from that Dan guy to follow it up. It's going to split up Man I Love Frogs, but not necessarily get any kills. But sometimes you just want to slow down the fight. Oh, and Fox M gets hooked and stunned, and he is no longer in existence.
Yeah, Stupid Head finding another.
Just
for him.
Yeah, the man, when you know McStupidhead's mad when he swaps to Roadhog, and then he's just looking for people to demolish. And he definitely found it there on Fox M. You see now the dive going to take a little bit of a different path here. They're not going to go straight in. Wubbs is now swapped to the Tracer, and that Dan guy is going to just hit him with one of those big old tree trunks and make him have a bad time. And here comes the Coalescence. The Sigma ult gets Diva, and that's going to be it. It's going to slam him down. It's going to slow down the fight here, but in the meantime, we've got Fox M in the backline on the Angry Monkey. He might be an ult battery, but he's still going to cause a lot of trouble there, just swinging away. And in the meantime,
so many ults. What a clown fiesta of a fight. In the best way.
Shushifu popping that beat, keeps team in the fight. Zoloft getting killed there with the hook. Wubbs now on the McCree. So seeing the Tracer not being as useful as he would have liked. Fox M once again going down. Another Dragon Strike coming out from that Dan guy. Wubbs is off in the corner and trapped. He's going to go up and take high ground. But someone is bound to be looking for him up there. It looks like that Dan guy sees him. And down he goes to the Sonic Arrow. Man, that is always a feels bad when you die to the Sonic Arrow.
But it's got to be a feels good if you're Phantom Billy. You know,
Absolutely.
In those big clown fiesta kind of fights.
And also the fact
defense wins if it's neutral. You know?
Absolutely, and they have the spawn advantage right now too, so that makes it a lot better for them. So Hayun came out from Yakety Tack, wasn't able to get anyone. Grookey pops the fake Sigma ult there and gets Shushifu. Looked like Yakety Tack tried to stun him out of it, but didn't quite reach. And that guy did take out Sauce Boss, but right now, Man I Love Frogs able to push all the way up to the spawn of Phantom Billy, and Fox M is just going to stand there and posture with his shield.
So many ultimates right now. And you've got 4 ults and 3 meters to go.
Ooh, and a big freeze there from Yakety Tack coming out with a main at the last second there. The bomb comes out, it's going to take out Spartacus. The high noon came out from Wubbs, it's going to get 3! And that's the end of round number 1.
That was a really, really aggressive, offensive coalescence from Zoloft, and I loved it.
Honestly, just an overall spectacular finish for Man I Love Frogs.
Initiating match.
And here we go. Round number 2 is underway. Now, to the credit of Phantom Billy, they did manage to shave down about 3 minutes off of the total time that Man Love Frog started with at the beginning of that third phase. So having only a minute and a half to defend next round is really not too bad. You got to be pretty proud of yourselves for pulling that one out. So all they got to do is just do it to them a little bit faster, and they'll be in a good spot coming round number 3. See a double hit scan coming out. Well, not double hit scan. We've got a hit scan and a little bit of projectile coming out of that Yak attacking that Dan guy. We're going to see some legs action. Chakotay opting for the Zen here. Wubs is on Genji now. So as long as that Dan guy and Yaki attack are careful about the deflex, they should have a pretty easy time dealing with that. As well, Genji, and I mean they're gonna. Oh, Zoloft running the Ana here, so they're gonna be just going for straight up Nano Blade action all the time, every time.
You do love to see it.
It is a very strong win condition right now. So
yeah, I mean, enable your carries.
Absolutely. We see once again the Sigma Roadhog.
My only complaint about that is putting Zoloft on the Ana. I think Zoloft's Ana is fine, but Zoloft's Bap and Moira are so friggin' good that putting her on the Ana feels like misusing her other skills.
Well, I know she was asking Arrow in last night's match if he could coach her, so perhaps we'll be getting a little bit of that in the future. But
more Ana. Fair enough.
Now I want to point out there, Sauce Boss fed his brains out at the beginning of that fight.
I don't know that I love the Lucio pick either.
It's good to have it. I can see it because it's good to have a defensive ult, and dive can be useful. Just if anything, he's really just there to peel for the Ana. Ooh, Fox M getting kind of shredded there, as he poked himself just a little too far out of that bubble.
I don't think Phantom Billy has stopped cart movement since this round started. They're just forging ahead.
Yeah, Chakotay just sitting there with his little Robo-Krillin self, just hanging out on point, doing what he's got to do. Ooh, Softbox once again getting the hook 1, 2, 3, courtesy of McStupidhead, who gets slept there, but 2-pump jump now really the only offensive presence here. Zoloft is hacked. We see that guy swapping to the what was I looking for? The Sombra there. Shushifoof did eventually take out Fox M. So that's a good stagger there, although he is very much by himself, and he's going to go down. Dan, that is, yeah. That was Shushifoof getting the F out there. As Wubs swapping to McCree, realizing very quickly that Genji is not going to work against that comp.
Yeah.
See, ult economy, ults are looking about the same as far as what's online. We got 2 online for Man Love Frogs, with 2 on the way. Phantom Billy has basically 2, and then 2 more that are also pretty close. So it's gonna be a pretty even fight. I want to see Phantom Billy be a little bit more selective with their ult usage here, because they can definitely win this fight if they are. Ooh, Grookey getting picked off early there by McStupidhead. That's gonna be huge, taking a DPS out of the fight early. Fox M gets nanoed, and here comes the Amp Matrix for Yakety Attack to pop the visor. He's gonna find one right away with Zoloft. And that looks like that's all he's going to find, as Wubs managed to pick off Shushifoof there by doing that. Here comes McStupidhead. He's going to try and make some space there on the point. Sauceboss is going to go down, but McStupidhead wasn't looking at 2-pump jump, who was just kind of shooting him in the back the whole time. Unfortunately, that is a death you weren't hoping to see. Grookey with another ult. Sigma ult there, but he gets hacked out of it by that Dan guy. Dan guy does go down after using the EMP. I think I would have liked to have seen him just hack it there and not use the Q for that, because now his team has basically no ults to work with. Spartacus might get his towards the beginning of this fight, but they have about a minute. They have a little less than a minute here. And
less than a minute to wait out death timers, regroup, push to the point, and then you have no ultimates once you get there. It's not a position you want to be in.
They'll probably have Sigma ult by the time they get there, but that's basically it. And Wubs has a stun. You know, they can easily just immort it with Zoloft. Saucebots has beat. They have so many different ways that they can make that Sigma ult not affect them. Zoloft getting taken out early there by Chakotay.
That's a big pick. That's nice.
Just a big old 5-ball right to the face. You see here, Yakety Attack on cart, kind of pushing it along. McStupidhead on the flank. He's going to hook 2-pump jump. Dan guy goes down to Wubs, but Fox M's going to get taken out by Spartacus. Grookey is up high, just peppering Phantom Billy. The signal comes out, it gets 3, and he gets stunned out right as Wubs died. And here comes the Soldier ult. Yakety Sack trying to make something happen here.
That is huge though, getting Soldier and Shakate ult. You know,
It might be
they into it with nothing, and they managed to get 2 ults, maybe 3 if Stupid had lived. But Shakate's got to use it.
Oh man, and 2 gets the triple kill with the bomb. Nobody was really able to hide, and Spartacus's shield was on cooldown, so he wasn't able to pop it. McStupid
He's still sitting on ult. There.
and there's the Transcendence gonna keep him and McStupidhead and Shushifoop alive. Shushifoop on the Ana now. McStupidhead just doing his very best to try and stay in this fight here. As down goes Wubs, but down also goes Shushifoop. It's just Grookey and McStupidhead kind of fighting on point, but now Fox M's gonna come in. Yakety Sack is there trying to support him. 2 Pump Chump's gonna drop the mech and he's back in the fight. This is still happening. It's a 4v3. You see another Grookey ult. He's got the Sigma once again. He's copied Sigma pretty much every time here. Dangai gets taken out of the fight. It's both tanks and Yakety Sack on point. And here comes the Sigma ult from Grookey. It's going to take everyone off except McStupidhead. And 2 go down to the copy Sigma ult. McStupidhead is hanging on for dear life with Shushifoop in tow. We see Chakotay on the Lucio just trying to skate around and keep something happening. Minefield comes out from Fox M. McStupidhead is going to pop whole hog to try and clear it out, but he goes. And it's just the supports now left here. Shushifoop is out of the fight. Chakotay is on cart trying to stall for as long as he can, but he gets booped off. And that is it.
Wow.
Man, I love frogs with the last minute win there for the 3-0 victory against Phantom Billy. And 2 Pump Chump is going to get tonight's final play of the game. And Fox M, that is accurate. That was a long final fight here. And there it is. Shield gets pulled back. Nothing you can do. And that is just really an impressive play there by 2 Pump Chump. And look at that kill participation on D.Va. Man has got to be feeling himself right now. And so with that, look at that. McStupidhead 4.5 minutes. I'm pretty sure most of that 4.5 minutes on the card was that last fight. That lasted at least a minute. Just him standing there by himself. They couldn't kill him for the longest time. Really, the survivability he's able to pull off with managing Hog's cooldowns is impressive. And so with that, that is going to conclude tonight's match. I want to thank Mr. Roy Mustang, a.k.a. Taco, etc., and Mr. Gray Pilgrim for being here tonight to help make this stream successful. And stay tuned for another contest tomorrow night. And looking at the schedule, we're going to see it will be Intelligence versus Turbo Feeders. So be sure to tune in tomorrow night. I believe it's pushed to 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central. So,
Eastern.
That bat time, same bat channel. Be sure to swing by for all the excitement for Intelligence v Turbo Feeders. And with that, this is Bang on My Drums saying we'll catch you on the flip side.